This nibble originally aired on RSBANDB Update, episode 834, Scotch, Cigars, and RuneScape Mobile. Enjoy. With that, the question was asked, what about the mobile team going forward? Where do they fit in with this? And the mobile team's objective going forward, and you're going to like this, Tanis, their job is going to be to grow RuneScape and getting the game everywhere that it makes sense. So to me, that sounds like Switch, honestly, in terms of the next major client port that will be needed if they do that, because moving it to something like Epic would be relatively easy because they already did that on Steam, so it would be similar to that.
Actually, I think the Switch thing is making so much more sense now that there are rumors of an upgraded Switch model coming out.
Okay.
There have been leaks from some pretty credible sources that it's a real thing.
But can you do Switch games without using the controllers and touch?
Yeah, it has a touchscreen.
Okay. So
I didn't know that either.
So there's no requirement that it has to be controllers have to.
There are touchscreen only games.
Okay.
I have a rhythm game that you play just touchscreen.
Then
Okay.
that's definitely.
Then they got to be there then.
And it's multi-touch and everything you'd expect. So, I mean,
Dude, if you get in on the Nintendo market, you get the younger players.
Exactly.
And keep them forever.
Yeah, that'd be big.
That next
but
thing.
actually,
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think the big thing on Switch is I struggle to see RuneScape running at 720p on that little screen.
Right.
But the rumor is that the new model is going to have a 1080p on the actual unit.
That's actually the main reason I never bought a Switch was because of that 720p screen.
I'm gonna be honest with you. First 2 years I had it, I didn't play it in handheld once. I played it on my TV because that's what it's a Nintendo console for me.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the Nintendo console.
Yeah. So basically all RuneScape needs after they get on the Switch is they basically need a battle royale mode, and a TikTok.
Didn't Mad Warden joke about putting it on the fridge too? All the smart fridges.
Yeah.
There we go.
You probably could do that,
In
actually.
the kitchen, AFK something. Fine. It'll be fun.
Oh,
I wonder if that would even be possible. Like, could those things run
it's
it?
possible. Oh, it's
I
possible.
don't know. Like, what kind of hardware they got in those?
I don't know, but wait till there's a smart toaster and we actually can get on the damn thing.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Like, even if it's not widely adopted, someone's gonna make it.
Yeah.
The mobile team will also be focused on making more RuneScape players, modernizing the game, and making a more intuitive experience on any platform.
Yes, please.
Mm-hmm.
And by modernizing the game, this also includes modernizing areas of the game graphically and broadening the appeal of the game.
Double yes, please.
Yeah, right.
And we've been saying for so long that there needs to be a dedicated team that is focused around, just improving the game, fixing the leaky windows, fixing the paint here and there, and growing the subscriber base, right? Because we have such a loyal base as it is. They're fine. You got to grow them somehow.
Well, but it's good that we have this team that's going to be doing that stuff now because we tried to have a team. Remember the ninjas?
Yeah.
But but that was kind of like the home repair guys that come in. They're they try to start to fix the window, and they're like, "Oh no, this is a mess. We're going to have to rip this whole damn thing out of here and build
that's
it
the
up
point where the mobile team needs to do it instead.
Right. There you go. Yeah.
And we are already seeing the benefits of this. Because just for comparison's sake, last year at this time, I was seriously considering a move away from the Mac OS platform because the RuneScape client was so unstable. And for the money involved, you can get hardware these days that runs Windows, that does the video editing stuff and the podcast production stuff at the same rate of speed for much less. But the macOS platform made the podcast so easy to do that it's just good to be able to have RuneScape on it. And over the last year, the RuneScape client has improved dramatically here, and I think that's partially as a result of mobile as well. And I'm very pleased about that.
So, do you still think the the iOS app running on a Mac is still better than just RuneScape running on a Mac?
I would need to see how RuneScape runs on an Apple Silicon Mac with the native client before making that assertion, because I haven't been able to test that yet or see any reliable benchmarks on that.
That'd be hilarious.
But, in theory, if you take a modern Apple Silicon MacBook Air or MacBook Pro and you compare its performance to the modern iPad Pro, or even an iPad Pro or an iPad Air from yesterday's generation like you have, it should run better than that. So there we are. But in any case, the modernization of the game client and just improving the way the game runs has been something that has been needed for so long. And I'm glad we finally hit that stride, I think, with mobile. Granted, of course, there's still some issues around the edges, like the odd client crash that people have when they're bossing, though I've never personally experienced that. Sometimes the servers locking up, but once again, those are holistic things that just need to be looked at as a whole of service approach rather than just one client side. And if you have more eyes coming in and more people on this is something that makes sense to address, I think, and hopefully we'll get to that point where those kind of nitpicks that people have can disappear. So,
yeah, I'm really excited for this, and I do hope that they really hammer in with this and do some good stuff. And I swear they just need some people going in, or just a team updating assets, because I feel like the general idea right now is to get the graphics to where they need to be. We need to basically remake the whole map.
Yeah.
But look at all the trees we have that are out of date. Look at all the assets all around the world that are out of date. We have newer assets that are in the game. Send someone in, replace all those things, update them, get the trees in Ardoin up to date. Stuff like that. There's just so much backlogged stuff in RuneScape that could be up to date with all the newer assets and resources that we have now.
We look at the Dave and Dale area where they did the tutorial. You look at even the area around Burthorpe for the Yak Track, and that's a very graphically stunning area to see as it is right now in terms of things that have been done. And you look at areas that definitely need to be done. I think the big three are Ardoin, Karamja, and the Yanil area, because everywhere else has been, had a relative pass somewhat recently and is passable, but those ones really stand out. So I'm hopeful, and I think that mobile being the kick in the pants to get that done is perfect. So
yeah, I think we just have a lot to be thankful for with mobile, not even just the fact that we can play on our phones.
You can find full episodes of RSBANDB Update right here on this YouTube channel. If you found this video useful or just enjoyed it, like and subscribe, or leave a comment.